All right, welcome back to your daily dose. I'm your host Alize, and this is a daily dose where you already know we stay doing the most. Cause baby, listen. All right. Like I said, I'm not gonna have y'all hit the subscribe button. But I am gonna say I am your favorite content creator, and I feel like I actually truly believe that because my videos are just fucking amazing. Okay. And also, after you watch this video, I promise you ain't gonna have no more problems with manifesting. So let's get into this video. Actually, just know that everything, like my email and TikTok and all that, even my podcast that I have on Anchor, is going to be in the link in the description below. I'm starting it today, later on, so I'll definitely let y'all know what it's going to be. Well, not for this video. I don't want to put it in this video in Anchor, but it'll be in the next video that I upload. Okay, I'm also going to upload a short video letting my fans and my subscribers know that the days I will be posting, which are the days that I do not work, which is going to be Tuesday through Thursday, okay, which is mostly my days of when I exercise and when I work out and stuff like that. So I decided that I want to go ahead and do that. So I'm going to upload that video later, letting y'all know that I have a plan and I have a goal. So let's go ahead and get into this video. It is called Circumcision. Okay. This is The Power of Awareness by Neville Goddard. I have the book right here. Don't mind the writing. This is a recap. I believe I talked about this in my last video, but we're going to go ahead and recap on it. For those who do not know what circumcision is talking about, it talks about this in the Bible in Colossians, verse, I think it's chapter 2, verse 11, in whom also ye are circumcised with the circumcision made without hands, and putting off the body of the sins of the flesh by circumcision of Christ. Okay. So a lot of people will look at that in a different way. A lot of people will look at that a lot differently, depending on your beliefs and what you believe in. But these are Neville Goddard. If you don't know who Neville Goddard is, for anybody who's new to this channel, Neville Goddard was the founder of the law of assumption, not the law of attraction, okay? If anyone tells you that Neville Goddard believed in the law of attraction, they are stupid. And I have evidence. I have receipts, and I will show you, and I will literally have a video like literally telling you, like I will give you a full explanation of the law of assumption. Matter of fact, you can actually go and watch my video, the law of assumption and the law of attraction versus the law of attraction. I break down what the law of assumption is versus the law of attraction, how they are similar in ways and how they differentiate between each other. But at the end of the day, just know that whatever manifestation method that you use, you're still going to get what you want. That's it. And that's all. But once again, Neville Goddard, founder of the law of assumption, not the law of attraction. Okay, let's get into this. Woo! I couldn't breathe. Woo! Oh, I'm still on camera. Okay, anyway. So circumcision is the operation which removes the veil that hides the head of creation. The physical act has nothing to do with the spiritual act. The whole world could be physically circumcised and yet remain unclean and blind leaders of the blind. The spiritually circumcised have had the veil of darkness removed and know themselves to be Christ, the light of the world. Okay. So basically what Neville Goddard is talking about is removing the foreskin. Okay. And what that means is removing the veil in order for you to now believe that you are the creator, not only the creator of your reality, but because Neville Goddard was also a Christian, he believed that we were Christ ourselves. For those who are Christians and people who do believe in religion, he believed that instead of saying that you are man, instead of saying I am man, you needed to be able to, my bad, I had a brain fog. It happens. But you need to drop the story of being man, of being your identity, of being your race, your nation, your culture, your tradition, whatever practices, whatever beliefs that you believe, and you believe yourself into being Christ himself. You accept yourself as the consciousness is God. Our consciousness is God. Okay. Understanding that we are pure consciousness. We are not this. I am not Alizé. Okay. Yes, my name is Alizé. That is my name though, but that doesn't make me Alizé, if that makes sense. Who we are, and I've said this many times in my videos, who we are spiritually, our spirit, our mind, our body, our souls, and our hearts. Okay. So this is nothing but a shell. What you have on the outside does not matter, because at the end of the day, what truly matters is who you are on the inside. That's why when a lot of people say, oh, that person is unattractive or that person is ugly, how could you say that that person is unattractive? That's not really who that person is. They're just going based off of a physical identity of who they see that person as. But in actuality, that person is not even that physical body. That person is not human. I never say that we are humans, because we're not humans. We are spiritual beings going through human experiences. So when Neville Goddard talks about circumcision, and he talks about, and he talks about removing the veil of darkness to know themselves to be Christ, light of the world, that means you have to then see yourself in a different light. How everyone talks about dropping the old man and becoming the new man. Remember, when you're manifesting, you cannot manifest from an old version of who you were. The old and the new cannot coexist together, because it doesn't make sense. One or the other is going to exist. If you allow the old man to exist, you will continue to remain as the old man. You will continue to put yourself in the same circumstances. You will continue to react to your circumstances. You will continue to create the same patterns, commit the same mistakes over and over again, and you will not change, because you are not changing your self-conception of how you view yourself, and you're not looking at yourself in a different light. You're not looking at yourself as being the god of your reality or the goddess of your reality. You're not looking at yourself as being in control of your own reality. And if you put yourself at a state of you're putting yourself at a state of stagnancy. Okay. So in order for you, before I even get into how to remove the veil and actually become circumcised, in other words, because right now you can be uncircumcised, but even still then, he also talks about, I want to go into this because Neville also talked about when he says the physical act has nothing to do with the spiritual act. The whole world could be physically circumcised and yet remain unclean and blind leaders of the blind. Okay, that's really important. And to me, I feel like when he talks about that, he's talking about by saying you can be circumcised, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you have actually removed the actual, you still don't see yourself as the new version of who you really want to be. You still don't see yourself as the creator of your reality. You're still constantly allowing your circumstances, or you're constantly creating those same habits, and you're expecting different results, but you're not getting them because you're not really removing your true identity. You're not discovering your true identity. Let me say that again. You're not discovering your true identity of who you are, because all we are is consciousness. We're just the observers of our reality. We're looking out, and we're looking at what's happening in our reality. See, one thing I've been learning is that the less I react to things is the more I start to understand people, and I start to understand myself. And it also makes me more emotionally intelligent, because I'm able to be aware of my emotions. I no longer tell myself I am depressed, because I am then identifying myself as a depressed being, and that is not what I am. I feel depressed is different. I'm observing, and I am aware that this is how I am feeling. This is a state, or I am feeling sadness, or I am feeling happy, but I am not happy. I am not identifying myself with any of those things as of such. I am identifying myself as being pure consciousness and just being fully aware of the things that are happening outside of my reality. Okay, so, ooh, y'all, my nose itching. Don't say nothing because I clean my nose. Y'all see I'm glowing, right? That's that skincare, taking care of my spiritual health, and spiritual health is, you know, wealth, you feel me? And also, you feel me? Your girl been really taking her life seriously, you know what I'm saying? Well, you know, I'm having fun, but I'm really loving myself. And it's not even just that, baby. It's the food. Because I love me some mangoes. Hey, if y'all really want to get next to my heart, like close to my heart, buy me some mangoes. I promise you I love them forever. And if they not soft, I don't want them because they ain't sweet. If they not soft, I don't want them because they're not sweet, okay? If you buy me some mangoes that ain't sweet, I don't want you. You got to go, baby. You got to go. So back to this. Before we go deeper into this and talk about circumcision and talk about what Neville Goddard explains regarding circumcision and how to actually become, if you are religious, accepting yourself as Christ and accepting your consciousness as God. And if you are not religious, just simply accepting yourself as the God of your reality. Boom. Before we even get into that, I'm going to tell you guys something. Manifestation, we make it so complicated. We make it so complicated because we believe that we have to do things outside of ourselves in order to make things happen. I was watching a video and a guy said that the reason he's a YouTuber, and he was talking about how entrepreneur, I want to say, he was talking about how he had reached a certain amount of subscribers and he reached those subscribers. He set an intention. When you set an intention on what you want, and yes, when you do apply, he applied the law of attraction. You cannot, this is one thing he did say that really was spot on with me. And this is a lot of times where you guys miss this. Listen to this. The law of attraction. Let me say that again. The law of attraction. Okay? If you break that down, you get action, okay? You get what I'm saying, baby? Action. Lights, cameras, action. So you cannot apply the law without action, okay? Especially if that's taking inspired action. If you want to be an entrepreneur or if you want to own your own business, you have to take action. But before you take that action, because the physical does not matter unless you change your mindset, you must first go within yourself and you must tell yourself that this is exactly what you want. And I set the intention that this is exactly what I want. I set the intention that this is the person I want to be with. I set the intention that this is the amount of subscribers I want to be with. I want to have. I set the intention that this is the kind of lifestyle I want to live. I want to live a luxurious lifestyle. I set the intention. And then you follow that intention with inspired action. Now, the law of assumption. Listen to that. The law of assumption. Okay? You cannot apply the law if you do not assume the wish fulfilled. Assume that you already are what you desire to be. Assume that you already have that relationship. Assume yourself to be that version of yourself that has the things that you've always wanted in your life. Assume yourself as the new man. And until you do that, you will not manifest the things you want. All of this is a part of a self-love journey. Because let me tell you something. Do you not know how many times, and this is crazy, I've manifested things when I was under stress. I manifested things when I was under pressure because I persisted. Even with those thoughts that were telling me this may not happen for you, I persisted regardless. Now, you guys all know that I am not the believer of affirmations. I used to do affirmations daily and they just made me obsess over my manifestation and it sent me spiraling down and I had no control. It was bad. So I'm not saying anything is wrong with affirming, but I was the type of person that when I just let things be, that's how I naturally manifest. I will affirm at night because the subconscious mind is wide awake at night and it's also awake in the morning. So it's very mindful it's very important to be mindful of what you feed your subconscious at night and in daytime. Don't be sitting up here feeding your subconscious bullshit and over here listening to goddamn Kiki and them down the street talking about, oh yeah, girl, I just got into a fight with Earl. That ain't got nothing to do with you. You and Kiki and Earl has nothing to do with you. That is not your reality. That is Kiki's. So anyway, we gonna continue. So you want to be mindful of what you feed your subconscious. And I'm very mindful of what I feed my subconscious because it's very important. Like, I'll be reading books now. You know what I'm saying? I'll be watching my favorite shows or whatever, but just be important. Just be important. just make sure you watch what you feed your subconscious. But anyway, subconscious. Ooh, I might edit that out. But anyway, so like I was saying, so when Neville Goddard talks about the spiritual act, like going back into when that guy said you have to take action. Now, when you're manifesting a specific person, because I know a lot of y'all love talking about love and y'all love talking about specific person, people. So if you're manifesting SPs or an SP or just a relationship, whatever you want, you do not have to take action towards that person. You do not, even if you're manifesting a celebrity, because the universe works in mysterious ways. And I also watched a video where this one girl said that God, the universe, and Christ are just all in one. And that really inspired me, and that made a whole bunch of sense. So understand that the universe works in many, many, many ways. You don't need to take action for anything. Now, when you're working on being your own boss, then yes, you take action, but it's important to set the intention of what you want. But when you're manifesting a specific person or an ideal relationship, you just really focus more on yourself and love yourself and focus on what makes you happy and being a better version for you. Not because of you want to be with this person, but you want to be a better version for you. I wake up and choose to eat the foods that I eat. I wake up and fast. I wake up and I do the skin routine and work out and do the things that I'm doing because I am loving myself. I'm doing this for myself, not for my future wife. Well, for my wife. I'm not doing that for my wife or my kids. I'm doing this for me because at the end of the day, I'm not going to be happy when that person comes. I naturally want to be happy the way I am, by myself, chilling. Okay. So let's go back into this. When he talks about if anyone comes to me and does not hate his own father and mother and wife and children and brothers and sisters, yes, and even his own life, he cannot be my disciple. This is what Jesus said in Luke chapter 14, verse 26. So Neville says, to accomplish this, you stop identifying yourself with these divisions by becoming indifferent to such claims. Indifference is the knife that severs. Feeling is the tie that binds. So that is basically saying that you must leave behind who you once were. You must leave behind who you once identified as, and you have to drop that story of who you were, and you have to now identify yourself as just pure consciousness, as Christ himself, as God himself or herself. You know, you have to really be able to drop that old story and actually identify yourself as the new beginning. You're not going to be the old story with your specific person or having that luxurious lifestyle. You're not going to be that old version. A lot of entrepreneurs talk about how you have to reinvent yourself. And that's true. You reinvent yourself by first changing your mindset. You reinvent yourself by actually saying, this is who you set out to be. These are the intentions. How I see myself is a beautiful, young, sexy, pure consciousness. Cut. Oh my God. Woo! Okay, cut. Oh my God. How I see myself is pure and consciousness. But baby, listen. I still see myself as a young, sexy sister. Okay. No, but anyway, let's not talk about that. So you are now becoming aware. Let me tell you this. Okay, you are aware that you are a being. You are aware that this is who you are, right? So because you are aware of that, you have to then see these are the errors. These are the old habits. These are the thing. This is you at a low level. And this is who you are at this moment. So now that you are aware of that, write it down. Write it down and tell yourself that this is how you've perceived yourself all these years. This is how you have seen yourself for such a long time. This is how you have allowed other people's thoughts and opinions and their perspective of you to make you feel, to make you view yourself in the way that you view yourself. But is that who you are? No, it is not. You are nothing but pure consciousness. Literally. And I'm going to keep saying it. If I have to say it this entire video, you're nothing but pure consciousness. Pure fucking consciousness. Pure consciousness. You still sexy though. But anyway, if you are aware of being that, then you can then become aware of you being the creator, you being the shot caller, because that's who you are. Remember, your reality you are in control of. You are not in control of other people's realities. That's why I hate when people say, you can change their thoughts. You can change how they see you. You can change their minds. First off, you don't change anybody. When you're manifesting an SP, when you're manifesting someone specific, when you had this person and you went through something, I'm talking about people who are manifesting old SPs. If you're manifesting a person that you once were with, you are not changing their mind. You change you. When you change you, the rest of the world will change how they view you and see you, and then they will see who you see yourself as, okay? Let me say that again. When you change you, the rest of the world will change how they view you and see you, because you have decided to change how you see yourself, because you see yourself in a different light. You see how when we try to force the 3D reality, when you keep trying to force things to happen and you don't let it naturally flow, it takes so long. And we'll talk about that in my podcast, Interval of Time. It takes so long because you're allowing it to take that long. Is it stipulations? I want to say that's the word. If it's not, then hell, I don't care. This is my channel. I don't give a fuck what you say. But seriously, you're allowing yourself to, you're putting too many, like, you're like, oh my gosh, you know, it needs to be this, it needs to be that. And then I'm all about manifesting within quickness, because I've manifested under crunch time myself. Yeah. But that's the thing. We'll talk about that in another video. So remember and understand. Also, I got the Aaliyah. Y'all see that? Aaliyah. Ah! Okay. So, going back. So when you decide to drop that version of who you are, you then step into a godly state. Okay, you have awakened the God that is within you. Let me tell you something. See, the God within us is sleeping. The goddess within us, the gods and the goddesses within us, because it's women, goddesses, man, gods. Okay, so they're sleeping because we haven't awakened them yet. We haven't decided to turn the page. You got to turn the page. If you don't turn the page, you're just going to be stuck on the same page. It's just like a car. If you know that this car breaks down every time, if you know that this car has not gotten you to where you needed to get to, and you keep driving it, you're staying stuck. You know you have the money to afford a new car. You got the credit, you got the money, so why don't you go and buy you a new car? You have to do things differently. Okay, it's very important to step outside of your comfort zone. Remember, to be successful, you must be willing to be uncomfortable. Okay, you must put yourself in uncomfortable situations, uncomfortable positions in order for you to get to where you actually want to be. And I keep saying that because it's so true. I had to put myself in uncomfortable positions. I had to put myself in I was very uncomfortable where I was staying at before. I was very uncomfortable because I knew that I wasn't going to stay there long. I knew that for a fact. And where I'm at, it's just, like I said, it's just so much more peace. I can really focus on myself and I feel nothing but love, and just, it's amazing. And honestly, I say this to you guys because I know you guys want to manifest. I know you guys are looking out to manifest that specific person. I know you guys are looking to manifest that dream car, that dream house. You already have it. Everything that you want is within. Eckhart Tolle said that. The power of now. The beggar man is no different from the man that robs. They are still the same because of their consciousness and what they believe themselves to be. So whatever you believe yourself to be, however you perceive yourself, is just that. Your thoughts become your words become your actions, and your actions become your habits. So it is very important that you are mindful of, yes, how you see yourself on an everyday basis. There are a lot of things that I don't want to sit here and say that to ignore the 3D reality. Learn to just accept it for what it is at this moment, but know that it will change and know that it is changing. But you are the one, you are the one that has to change it. You have to change it. Because if you don't change it, it ain't gonna change. Ooh. Ooh, baby, shit. Woo! So it's very important. Let me tell you something. Let me ask you this. Do you really want to be that old version of yourself in the relationship with your specific person? They disrespecting you, you disrespecting you, not loving yourself, or maybe they loving you, but you not loving yourself, and the same thing happened. I have a friend that I had told that acquaintance. We talked about this. I said, do you think that maybe the relationships or the men that you keep attracting is really how you view yourself? Because every relationship that she's had, every person has left her. Every person. And I'm a witness of the same thing. I've always been used, abused, mistreated. But what was my conception of how I saw myself? Oh, this is what I deserve. Now I see myself at a higher level. I see myself as deserving a woman that is of a high value, just as like me. I see myself as a high value woman. Now, a lot of people may disagree, and that's okay. You can say whatever the fuck you want to say, but this is my channel, bitch. You are on my shit, okay? You're on my shit. Oh my God, cut. That was very aggressive. So anyway, but no, seriously, I really do feel like, you know, when you see yourself as, and you start to really become that of how you see yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like when I used to be that type of person that would want a relationship. I don't want a relationship. I don't. I really don't. I'm gonna give it a $150. I don't. You want to know why I don't want a relationship? Because I already have a relationship. I have a beautiful, special relationship within myself, and I already have the relationship that I desire, and I've already manifested it into my reality. It doesn't need to be in my physical reality in order for me to see the confirmation, because that only shows me that I'm going to be happy when I receive my manifestation. You need to already feel happy and be happy. You need to take that veil off your eyes and stop seeing yourself how other people see you, and you need to stop seeing the manifestation the way other people might tell you it is, or lie to you and make you believe this false information, when in reality they never manifested themselves. So how can they tell you how to manifest? You need to stop seeing yourself as man, and you need to start seeing yourself as pure consciousness, and you need to start being the fucking boss of your reality, because that's who the fuck you are. And I'm going to keep cursing because that's who the fuck I am, and I get to do what the fuck I want to do. No, I'm joking. But anyway, no, seriously. You need to really see yourself as that high valued woman or man, and you need to see yourself as the boss of your fucking reality. You are the director. You are the author. This is your movie. This is your book. So if you want this book to sell, you need to know that first, this is what I want it to be. These are the characters that I want it to be. These people I want them to be. This is where I want them to be. This is how I want them to, whatever you want. This is you creating this. Remember, you cannot change other people. You can only change yourself. But when you change yourself, that's when the rest of the world changes, because you've changed you. You see you differently. You are now seeing yourself as a badass manifester. You like, well, baby, shoot, I can do whatever I want. Shit, pull up and... No, I'm joking. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't be pulling up on people. Don't be doing that. I'm a bad... I don't want to say... let me not do that. But don't be pulling up on your exes. Talk about, you know what I'm saying? Daily Dose told me to come and shoot y'all niggas up. She told me to come shoot y'all niggas up. The people that don't believe in me. I didn't say none of that. That was you. That was you. But... But yeah, be mindful that this is your reality. So I just wanted to do a recap on that, so y'all know, if anybody who wants to, you feel me, watch this video. If anybody who wants to know more about Neville Goddard, just drop it in the comments below. I'll definitely do a video about Neville Goddard. I'll definitely talk about who he is and who he is and who he was and things that he believed in, and I'll do a short video on that. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Dang, I look so good on camera. Okay, bye.